I mean, there's no feeling like this. Like, I hurt for the guys. I hurt for the fans. I hurt for myself. How much I pushed through this year to try to get this title, but it's just not enough. You know, I really give my all every week for these guys, and they give it back to me, but it just wasn't enough.
Says on the beat, boy.
Yeah. Cause he wanna light headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
How do you come back? What's the fight you show next year?
Well, we'll see who we got back after this year. We understand this team won't ever be the same. People won't be here no more. You try to fix the mistakes that kept hurting us all year. The league is very repetitive on, things that hurt us early on. It's the same things that hurt us now. So we got to find a way to fix it, or we're going to keep being in the same situation.
You guys ran out of gas second half?
I don't think we really ran out of gas. I mean, how can someone say that? You take away from things. I think we held them to one touchdown. I mean, if you tell me we come in this game and holding them up to under 20 points, and if you take away the turnover points, you holding them to under 15, you win the game. So I really want to say that. I think everybody left it out there, but they made bigger plays.
That would make it more frustrating if you felt like you did everything you were supposed to do, you still get it done.
Exactly. I mean, going to this game, we understood that they wanted to get their players out to open space. We contained Debo. We contained McCaffrey for the most part. But, like I said, they made more plays. We limited, we tackled, we ran. But they made more plays.
What was McCarthy's message to the team after the game?
Just that he feels for us. I mean, there's no feeling like this. Like, I hurt for the guys. I hurt for the fans. I hurt for myself. How much I pushed through this year to try to get this title, but it's just not enough. I really give my all every week for these guys, and they give it back to me, but it just wasn't enough.
I'm so disappointed in y'all's memories. We prisoners of the moment, all that good stuff. The Cowboys lost. Dak played terribly. Was Matthew Stafford ever seen as a confetti guy for the vast majority of his career? A number one overall pick who wasn't good enough to elevate a franchise? And let's be real, Cowboys get the ratings that say that they're this dominant organization. They are not that. They have not been to an NFC championship game in 27 years, just like the Detroit Lions. But what does Matthew Stafford become when you send him to a team where he's got a phenomenal offensive line, two amazing receivers, a stable of running backs, two of the best defenders in the league on his side of the ball, and oh, by the way, a front office who says, you know what, that's not good enough. We're going to go get Odell Beckham. We're going to go get Von Miller. We're going rather than think in order to win a championship, the quarterback has to do it all by himself. We're going to just keep stockpiling talent around this guy. And this is what we learned about Dak Prescott, guys. He's not good enough to be the sole reason why the Cowboys win a championship.
They didn't need him to be.
Real quick. Bro, this is the divisional round. He still would have needed to win 2 games with this team against better against the Bengals and the Chiefs and the Eagles. Do we see that happening? Can I go? Can I go? Because this is where I held back in the first part.
Get it out.
How many quarterbacks, and I'll say it again, Dak Prescott is not good enough to be the reason why the Cowboys win a championship. He is more than good enough to be a piece on a better roster, and that is possible because just last year we saw the Rams do it with a more talented, equally expensive player. The Cowboys, and by the way, smart people who follow the Cowboys predicted this. They said, Dak is good. He is not good enough to elevate this supporting cast to a Super Bowl. Acho, I came on this show in August and I said exactly that. Noah Brown and the ACL hobbled version of Michael Gallup is not good enough for Dak Prescott. You can call that an indictment on him or just the harsh realities of the NFL. It sure as hell isn't good enough when your second most explosive playmaker, Tony Pollard, exits this game with more than a half to play. It just is what it is. If you call that excuse making, it's fine. I think it's the reality.
Well, you know it is, right?
Why?
So, and then you talked about Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Now, you can't compare the Cowboys with the Detroit Lions.
Why?
Detroit Lions have been bad for years.
They've done
Since Barry Sanders, they've been bad. Okay.
The comparisons over the last 30 years.
What's going on, DMV Fanatics? It's your boy DMV back with another one, and you've heard it. You've heard it from a respected Cowboys media person who actually used to work for the team, but is now fighting for the Cowboys every day of his life on Speak Up. And you've heard it from a player, from the best player on our team, the same exact message. And I think that David Helman is able to lay it out in a different way than Micah can ever say, because Micah would never try and split that locker room. But David Helman literally just said the exact same thing. He said the exact same thing that I've been saying, and I've been saying this for years, and I've been saying it even when Tony Romo was here. As long as this Jason Garrett DNA is in this team, you know, the Jason Garrett way of doing things, we're not going to win with the current formula, with trying to rely so heavily on your quarterback. It's just not going to happen. When you don't build a team and play complementary football, it's not going to work. It just isn't. But see, even with that, right, you have to have all of the things aligned. So like David Helman said, you got all those things, right? But what does Dallas not have on top of that? The guys, the Rams last year had an accomplished play caller. A play caller. Kellen Moore is not that. Let's just call it what it is. Kellen Moore and Jason Garrett and that system is good for stats, and it's good for running it up against really, really bad teams to make it look better than what it is. But when you run against somebody that's worth the damn, that offense ain't crap. It's not. And your quarterback, as good as they can be, are not good enough to overcome it. They're not good enough to overcome the pitfalls of the roster. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, it happened to be the receivers this year. But let's look at and see all of the things that's changed over this time. Even with Tony Romo, because Dak is now Tony Romo. I don't care what the people that are defending Dak say. He's now Tony Romo. They're in the same boat. Two good quarterbacks, and we've wasted careers around it. Wasted careers around it. Because we're too stubborn to just change it. But let's look at Tony Romo. Oh, if we just get Tony a run game in the line, and, you know, we should be fine. Nope. Didn't happen. 2014. Wasted. Oh, we just, you know, get Tony a better running back. And you know, 2016. Wasted. Matter of fact, Tony got hurt. And Dak came in. We still lost. The exact same way. Lost 2018. The exact same way. Our offense is high powered. The defense wasn't good. If we just get a defense with what we have. Last year. This year. Defense played well enough in both games. Still the same pitfalls. Still the same shortcoming. Still the same system on offense. you got to get that Jason Garrett crap out of here, bro. You got to get that level of thinking out of here. It's not quarterback-centric offense thing with not having pieces around it for real. I mean, we had pieces last year and it still didn't work. It's the system, bro. It's the system. Get a guy in here that knows how to call plays. And build a roster. Build your roster as if your quarterback freaking stinks. Because, quite frankly, our quarterback freaking stunk. And if you build a roster for your as if your quarterback stinks, when your quarterback actually stinks, you can still win these type of games. Anything you get out of them is a plus. Build this roster as if you got a rookie quarterback and you're just trying to maintain. That's the only way you can do it. And that requires you sometimes to spend money. And it requires you sometimes to just get dogs in the draft, like real dog, live dogs. You know what I'm saying? Not guys that you like and not guys that you think are going to fit the Cowboys. But I'm asking a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking a lot because the front office is just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm going to leave you guys with this morning. If Kellen Moore comes back, it's just going to be more of the same. It's probably going to be worse, and his locker room is going to split. And Micah pretty much let you know that. He didn't say it, but you could just see those guys giving all-out effort. And when their all-out effort falls short like this, and you know what the problem is, yeah, some heads are going to roll, bro. But yeah, that's all I got this morning, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that belly. Somebody come out with content. I'm out. Peace.